Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Killer Guest House. Killer Guest House stars Chelsea Hobbs, Matthew Kevin Anderson, Marcus Rosner, hubba hubba. On the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no thank you. So, what are we going to do to Killer in the Guest House? Pour it up! For the amount of shirtlessness alone, this movie is an automatic pour it up. Now, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, go ahead and hit the pause button, watch the movie, and come on back. I'm about to do a quick little recap here for you, starting now.
The movie begins with someone digging a grave while whistling. If you are a person who whistles, you are probably a killer. Next, we meet Gina, who's an artist. She drives a VW Bug like Mandy Moore from 1999. Gina has a sleazy ex-boyfriend with questionable taste in fashion named Levon. He is taking advantage of her and swindling her out of money at every chance he can get. To make ends meet, Gina puts a listing up on micasaessucasa.com, which is Spanish for, "You about to rent your place out to a killer. You better be careful, girl." Gina, of course, picks the hottest guy, who also happens to be a pilot and a single father. His name is Mark. Mark arrives while whistling. Bad sign. He Venmos her the rent right away. Also a bad sign. Then, they take pictures and talk over mimosas, which sounds lovely. Mark encourages Gina to follow her dreams. Levon shows up and is a jerk to Gina in front of Mark. Mark promises to get Levon out of her life for good and places a tracker on Levon's car. The next morning, Mark does some light gardening shirtless. Gina appreciates the view, as do we all. She leaves for a photo shoot, leaving Mark to bug the studio with nanny cams. Levon shows up in another unique outfit and steals some files off of Gina's computer. Mark makes good on his promise and kills Levon in a violent struggle. The struggle is so intense that Mark's shirt rips off and he is shirtless yet again. Mark disposes of Levon's body. Then he goes for a jog, takes Levon's car, and explodes it while whistling, naturally. Mark then takes a steamy shower, and as he is toweling off, Levon wakes up. Apparently, he's not dead. Mark stabs Levon, but his shirt doesn't rip off this time. It's still kind of hot, because he sits on a cooler. And what's hotter than being ice cold? With the ex-boyfriend out of the way, Mark and Gina spend more time together and have sexy time. Mark then stalks Gina at her new place of employment, throws her a surprise birthday party, and kills her boss. He makes it look like a suicide, so that's weird. Gina is horrified by the whole thing, and it seems like death is following her. She does some laundry to stay calm. In the laundry, she finds a flash drive, and it has security footage of Mark killing Levon. That's when Gina realizes that Mark is the bad guy. Duh. He's a bad guy. Mark catches Gina and he screams at her. She hides in the garden and learns from a detective that Mark's real name is James and he is very dangerous. She pretends to be in love with him and elaborately electrocutes him with some faulty photography equipment. The police show up and roll Mark's dead but sexy ass away. And that is Killer in the Guest House.
There's a lot of fun and dumb details in this movie, like Marcus Rosner going for a jog to explode this car. Why? I don't know, but we got an explosion. Also, the costumes in this were really, really great. Loved all of Love's outfits. And I also loved the lack of costumes for Marcus Rosner, who was shirtless more than he probably should have been. The fight scene where his shirt is literally ripped off of his body. I'm here for it. Amazing, iconic. And now, it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. The movie didn't have a lot of principal roles that featured POC actors, but there was some sprinkled in. We had Mr. Sims' maybe gay assistant named Patrick. Is it me? Rachel's boyfriend Tom, and Detective Brown. There was also a few minor characters like at the party and a wife of somebody, which is all good and well. And that wraps up today's episode. If you're looking for more detailed reviews, you can check out our website, lifetimeoncourt.com, or listen to our podcast, Lifetime on Court, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime on Court. Oh my god, these sirens. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and suggest a movie that we should cover. Hey, maybe become a subscriber. That'd be awesome. And like this video. Okay, I think that's it. Bye!